the back, I'm useless, but not for long. The future is coming on. I ain't happy, I'm feeling glad. I got sunshine in a bag.
Yes, I does that. When everybody trying to be now, I was that. They could never stop me. That's why I love rap. Been living the life, crazy ice. Swag, the gear, the bread, all the whips is a year ahead. I only fear the feds.
And the players going through their game preparation, making sure they're fully warmed up for the tip. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. Let's get it going with NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan. Next to me in the booth are Steve Kerr. A quick check now at the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Pacers, George Hill at the 1, Paul George at the 2, and starting 7'2", one of the true giants in the game, another great big man out of Georgetown, Roy Hibbert. Then there's Danny Granger, and it's West in at the 4. And for Miami, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James, and it's Haslam in at the 4 slot. Hill with it. Now guarded by Haslam. Hill kicks to George. The three-pointer off the mark. Now here's Bosh.
Well, you look at Paul George, my man, PG.
Oh!
Look out! Wow!
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one. Tell you what, LeBron can absolutely soar in for the finish. I remember last year, the alley-oop in the conference finals against Indiana just almost put his head on the rim.
Air freight is a nickname we could dub LeBron James. I mean, he's an unstoppable force and an immovable object. Defensively, the strength, length, mobility. He can wall you up and lock you down and put you away. If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Here's the break. Granger dishes to West. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. West has got his first bucket in this one.
One of the bright young head coaching stars in the league. Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
It was a great dunk and also a great game we've got here.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. We talked about their defensive game plan, and he said, for Dwayne Wade, you've got to make him a jump shooter and not fight for his pump fakes. When you do that, it's a foul or he's going to go right by you for the dunk. Kevin, Wade known for that deadly shot fake. We'll see if they can stay disciplined.
Thanks, Doris.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
It's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy.
Oh,
I don't remember ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw it.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
Hibbert gets the bucket.
Sloppy defense there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Well, when he does, that's an automatic bucket.
Wade passes to Bosh. Wade kicks to Bosh. 5 to shoot from outside the arc. David West grabs the miss. Pacers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Hill with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Hill dishes to Hibbert. It's back to Hill. Granger. Here's the 3. That is good. Granger's got himself on the board with 3 there.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there. But here it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great position inside.
Yeah, getting the ball into the post should be their first option every time down. Force the defense to adapt and adjust. Nice touch near the hoop.
Miami trailing. Chalmers passes to Bosch. Back to Chalmers. Kicks it to LeBron. Left side Bosch. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. Miami shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
Well, they were 75% free throw shooting a season ago.
The Pacers making a change here. Scola's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. And so it's Indiana with it. It's back to Hill. Feeds it to Granger. 6 to shoot. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got 4 assists now tonight.
You know, defensively, you cannot forget about him. He gave him a wide open look there.
You know, last season, George Hill, really for the first time, was handed the keys to the team as the starting point guard for the Pacers and played the most minutes of his career and responded with his best season yet.
They double him with LeBron. Hill kicks to Scola. Rejected by Battier. Chalmers against Granger. Good. And going back to George Hill, great length and athleticism at the point guard position. Defensive-minded guy. He really fits with the hard-nosed identity of this team. Wouldn't you say, Steve?
Yeah, I love George Hill. Offensively, he shoots with range, and he's able to slash and draw fouls. Excellent rebounder for the point guard position. And you mentioned the length. I mean, the wingspan for Hill allows him to guard both ones and twos in the backcourt.
LeBron dishes to Battier. George against LeBron. And he makes good on the layup. LeBron's got 9 points. Indiana trailing here. And the Pacers call time here. And at this point of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well. All 3 of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question.
Right.
I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. And so it's important for us to stay hydrated all game long.
Clark, you're always hydrated.
Yeah, I try to be, but it's usually with a combination of H2O and Gatorade.
I love Gatorade. Look at Steve, guys, the Gatorade shirt on.
Yeah, he's really immersed in the Gatorade.
Yeah, gotta love it.
Watson kicks to Stevenson. He passes to Scola. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Scola's got his first 2 points.
I don't know how they're going to keep this pace up. Both teams on fire here early.
And playing the game on rollerblades, too. Now, that was pretty. That was just a nice-looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. Great awareness and terrific finish.
Here is Watson, defended by Cole. And Stevenson kicks to Watson. Pass to Granger. Lets it go with a 3. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. And that's now 9 points for Danny Granger. LeBron outside. That misses. Would have kind of had it gone in. And so both teams trading buckets as we end the first. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Miami.
And some great drives to the bucket for them to this point, guys.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
Watson kicks to Scola. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Gentlemen, Paul George was the number 10 pick back in 2010. He's exceeded expectations and has now become a cornerstone player for the Pacers at both ends. George said, quote, "When I step on the floor, I feel like I'm the best player out there. Whether it's LeBron or Carmelo, defensively, I'm good enough to force turnovers and bring him to reality. Offensively, I want that pressure to be the go-to guy." Kevin, a lot of confidence, but he's got the talent to deliver on that ambition.
Unlimited potential, Doris. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's still rounding out his game. He has all the physical tools you could want, but it's just a matter of control.
Oh, man, what a play. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, it's startling that he'd even try that right now.
Pacers trail by 3.
Much has been made about the show LeBron puts out during games, but he also puts on a spectacle in his pregame routine. Last season, he and others started pulling out all the stops and dunking in the pregame warm-up in an effort to break a sweat.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Clark, you mentioned the pregame dunks for LeBron, a devastating finisher. Some have asked why he's never competed in the All-Star Slam Dunk competition. In fact, I say that every Saturday night I'm sitting on that microphone. Why isn't LeBron in this competition?
Wouldn't it be nice? In fact, I think, didn't Magic Johnson even put up a $1 million incentive for him to compete? Yeah, it would be incredible to see him. I don't know. I think it's become almost a chore for players these days to enter, but it would be fantastic to see him out there.
Stevenson passes to Scola. He dishes it to West. Makes it off the glass. West has got 6.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. With as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
Paul George, he's checked in for Luis Scola. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. That puts them in the lead. Stevenson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Wow, this has been a thriller. The way these teams are battling, just going back and forth.
Would you like to bet that this game may end on a buzzer beater? How much would you bet?
Watson dishes to George. They get the rebound. Hibbert. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pacers.
And they've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Watson kicks to George. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by LeBron. Goes up, and there's the lay-in. LeBron's got 6 points in the quarter.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse. One of the things about the Heat since the Big Three has come together is that they've been able to find the right kinds of veteran players to step in and fill specific roles for this team as they've won a couple of championships now.
The Heat making a switch here. Bosch is checked in. Watson kicks to George. Watson blocked. And now here comes Cole, leading the break. Here's Allen. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. And it's easy to have players want to join the Heat when they're competing for an NBA title every season. But, Steve, even then, they find the ones that most fit their offensive and defensive philosophy, and that's when they're going to come up big for them.
Yeah, for sure. This team has done such a good job putting together this roster around LeBron and Wade. You think about Birdman in the playoffs last year, Battier coming in here as a stretch 4. They've just found the right players and the right mix, and that's one of the big reasons why this team is back-to-back NBA champs.
And Shane Battier gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Well, he tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for Miami. So it's the Pacers now. 4-point game. Watson's shot is good. Watson's got his first basket.
Beautiful finger roll to cap that drive off. He knows how to finish with some flair and flavor, guys.
The drive by Wade. Tries from 10. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Wade seems to be slowing down just a touch, and the difficulty as you get older when you're not a great jump shooter, which Wade is not, is that the defenses will back off you, and that's the big challenge now for Dwayne Wade adjusting to that newer style of defense that he's going to be looking at.
And it's sent back by George. The feed now to Watson. George, he's covered by Bosch. George passes to Watson. West inside. Haslam's there. It's stolen by Haslam. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Allen leading the charge. The finish and the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul.
Great defense. He anticipated the play and got there first.
Yeah, I think he got there in time. Nice play.
Danny Granger is checked in for Indiana. And Steve, you go back to the strong output for Dwayne Wade last season for the fourth time. In his career, he averaged over 20 points and 5 rebounds and 5 assists a game. Clark, one of only 4 players in the league last season to hit that mark.
And Kevin, he led all shooting guards in player efficiency rating for the 5th consecutive season. Some might argue, but the numbers speak truth. He's the best shooting guard in the game.
And that one's good. Wade's got his second basket of the game.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Hill with it. Wade picks him up. And George, here we go. West, that's good. West has got 6 in the quarter.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
58 seconds left to play here in the half. Hill against Chalmers. Hill dishes to Stevenson. It's back to Hill. George. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Rebounds are split just about down the middle in this game, Clark.
I'd venture to guess whichever team is able to maintain that energy level on the glass will have the upper hand the rest of the way.
One thing with Wade that doesn't seem to be going away is his quickness off the dribble. He still has that devastating crossover. He may not be able to do it every night, but there are nights when he just looks like he's right in his prime.
And Wade has a number of elusive moves, Clark, getting into the lane. He can hit the spin, the Euro step, which I love, by the way.
Yeah.
And the windmill crossover.
He's got it all. I mean, he's figured out how to get to that bucket, and I think the crossover is probably his custom move. Just as he changes directions, he swings the ball quickly over his head to the other side, avoiding the rip, and he makes it look so natural you might think nothing of it, but youngsters around the league go to school on that one. That's a heck of a move. Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Beyond the arc. He nailed the buzzer beater.
Right between the eyes is how you would say it, Kevin. Fearless. What a tremendous play with the pressure at its absolute.
Now, presented by Sprint.
This is 2K Sports, and I'm Damon Bruce, coming to you live on a Friday night. The Heat are doing very well so far. Through 2 quarters, their offense has been simply unstoppable. Bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket after bucket, you get it. LeBron's been going at it effortlessly against Indiana. His shooting percentage off the charts right now. He's got the magic touch from the field, no question about it. On the Pacers side of things, they managed to hang around. Extra possessions almost too easy to come by. They've piled up the second chance buckets. David West really playing effortlessly. We're at halftime and still he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting exhibition. And we'll be heading back to the court for the rest of our coverage as we go to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
A look here at the fast-growing downtown of Miami, Florida, as we return to action.
What a game for LeBron. He's got 17 points and a steal. This game is all about him right now.
He is in full domination mode, guys.
Here is Hill. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. The pass to West. Wade is covering. The fadeaway off the left rim and out.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over.
Ridiculous. Tore it down that time.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
The drive by Hill. A second chance effort, and it's West getting it to go. West has got 12.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. That's going to send LeBron James to the line. That one on George. The Heat have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
One shot.
Free throw, no good for LeBron.
You know, every great player needs someone to push them to be better. LeBron said last year that, you know, that's what Kevin Durant does with him. And I think he works as hard as he does, knowing that Durant is coming to try to take his spot as the best player in the league.
Granger drives in. And David West, the bucket on the assist by Granger. 14 points for David West.
Boy, beautiful assist. That's a couple of teammates clearly on the same page.
And going back to LeBron for the time being, he's solidified Clark his standing. I think everyone would agree as the best player in the NBA.
Well, how about 4 league MVP trophies to his credit? One of only 5 players in league history to win that many. One of only a few players to be both MVP of the league and MVP of the finals in the same year.
Wow.
So, enough said.
Here's Hill, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's going to be on Udonis Haslem.
Well, George Hill, one of those unique stories, playing with his hometown Indiana Pacers. He's a native of Indianapolis and Broad Ripple High School. Was drafted by the Spurs, played in their system for 3 years out in San Antonio, and was acquired by the Pacers in a draft day trade back in 2011, and it's worked out well for both teams.
The Heat leading by 5. He feeds it to Chalmers. Launches it. It's rebounded by Indiana. West has got his 6th rebound on the night. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. And prior to last season, the Pacers signing George Hill to a 5-year, $40 million extension.
He's a good player, a really good combo guard, can shoot it well from distance, can run a team. Maybe not a traditional point guard, but somebody who can help you win. I think it was a good move for the
Watch out now! Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He just continues to light them up. They're going to have to find a way to make him work harder for his point.
Heat on D. And stolen by LeBron. Makes the lead pass. That is good. And now a 6-point Heat lead.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
West kicks to Hibbert. No good. Now the Heat take it the other way. Inside. And again, it's LeBron James. LeBron's got 25 points.
He's been so reliable again today, Kevin, and they need his points, and he's providing them.
Hill kicks it to West. George, back to West. Indiana moving it around. Outside, George. On the wing, Granger. Clock at 6. Granger left side. Second shot opportunity, and he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Good game for Hibbert. He has 8 points and a pretty good rebounding performance from him also.
Yeah, he's been establishing terrific position, boxing out very well and battling hard for every rebound.
After signing the big contract, a lot was expected from Roy Hibbert last season, and he put a little pressure on himself, but he also had a wrist injury, got off to a slow start, and didn't find his groove until the calendar turned to 2013.
The Pacers making a change here. Oakland's checked in. Chalmers against Hill. Doubled by Chalmers. Granger passes to Hibbert. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Hibbert's got 11 points. And for Hibbert, first-time All-Star in 2012. His slow start cost him a shot, I think, to repeat as an All-Star last season. That was after he signed the big contract, too, with the Pacers.
Yeah, but he sure recovered well because in the second half of the season and the playoffs, he was one of the best players in the NBA. In fact, gave Miami all kinds of troubles in the East Conference Finals.
LeBron dishes to Chalmers. The steal. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Yeah, he didn't even bother to wait around for any help on that break.
That was a one-man job all the way, Steve. He knew what to do with it and when.
Here's LeBron. Here's Bosch. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Bosch has got 6 points.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And, Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic. And for the Pacers, oh so close to a finals berth last season. They took the Heat to 7 games, but in the end, part of the problem was turnovers. That's what brought them down. They averaged 40% more miscues than the Heat for that series.
David West, he's checked in for Indiana. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Pacers trail by 7. Here's Copeland. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And for the Pacers, turnovers were an issue all season. They had the 3rd highest turnover percentage in the league over the regular season, Steve.
And they were in the bottom 5 in assist percentage. So, while they're doing a lot of things well, particularly defense and pounding teams inside, they can make some major improvement in terms of playmaking and just taking care of the ball.
Here's what Miami's going with right now. Haslam comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Allen in for LeBron.
Well, Miami stormed through the regular season and were viewed as the clear-cut favorites to come out of the East, but it was not as easy as expected. After sweeping Milwaukee, the Bulls gave them a scare, then the Pacers really took them deep, all the way to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
And again, it's the Heat missing. Pacers trail by 6. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
Should probably use a little clock here.
Yep, make this the very last possession.
Good if it goes. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we end the 3rd quarter, welcome back as we get rolling once more. The 4th quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
And they're attacking the gaps in the defense with their quick, aggressive drives into the paint area.
Here is Watson. He's covered by Bosch. Hill, no good.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
He kicks to Cole. Offensive rebound, Heat. Second chance shot, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. They get C.J. Watson. That free throw good from Allen.
Really not hard to argue that Ray Allen is one of the greatest shooters of all time, but with his ability to stay healthy and still contribute, how much longer can he play? I mean, that shot isn't going away anytime soon, fellas.
Paul George, he's checked in for George Hill. Watson kicks to George. Passes it to Watson. Granger outside. Rebound by the Heat. LeBron's got 3 rebounds now in this one. We talk about the longevity of Ray Allen. He's had some ankle and foot injuries over his career, but his conditioning, Steve, has never been a question.
Never. And his style of play, where he runs defenders around, coming off screens, demands that kind of fitness, both from him and, of course, whoever's guarding him as well.
The Pacers making a change here. Skola's checked in. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Well, the score has a lot to do with that, Clark. Just based on that, you'd think the rebounding gap would be huge.
Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Wade kicks to Cole. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I was able to listen in on what Frank Vogel had to say to his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said, they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Back to Granger. Will it go? Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 6 assists in the game.
That's kind of his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. It's going to send Chris Bosh to the free throw line. That one on George. That one misses for Bosh.
Well, Danny Granger played only portions of 5 games last season, guys, and basically was trying to overcome a torn patella tendon in his left knee. Had to be terribly frustrating for him.
Hibbert, the pass to Granger. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Scola. Can't get it to go. LeBron with some nice D. Bosh kicks to Wade. And he lays it straight in. Wade's got 19 points. And a long road back for Danny Granger.
Yeah, I know the frustration dealing with a lot of knee issues of my own in my career. It's difficult when you have to face that year after year. Hopefully Granger will be able to come back and maintain that, or regain, I should say, that all-star form that he once showed. He could be a huge addition to this Pacer team.
A team right on the cusp, obviously. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. LeBron is running. And George with the block. Here's Hill. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
They grab their own miss. Here's LeBron. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. LeBron's got 14 points now in the second half. Hill with it. Out guarded by Mario Chalmers. Hibbert kicks to Granger. There's the triple. Again, the miss by Granger.
Remember, he was hot early, 3 3-pointers in the first half, but he may have to start putting the ball on the floor. His shot's not working here in the second.
3 on 3. The 3 from George. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. LeBron's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Bosh dishes to Anderson. Wade. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
The Pacers really have to improve their approach against Wade.
He's got 19 points, and he's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Well, he's been playing a very energetic brand of defense, Clark. You got to love it.
Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Chris Anderson. 1:57 left in the fourth quarter. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Scola against Haslem. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the call on James. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Time called here. Indiana decides to chalk it over.
Well, they're getting way too many easy shots in the paint. So this timeout is specifically for that reason. You got to tighten up the defense and start to make it harder for that offensive team.
I know it's easier said than done, but right now it just doesn't seem like the necessary effort is there.
For three, Hill, and that one's good.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Wade drives in. Excellent D there from George.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Dishes to Hibbert. Pass to George. Puts up a three, and the Pacers another three.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
Yep, that's twice in a row now where they've done exactly the opposite and backed off.
That's good.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
Here's LeBron. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
Indiana's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Poked loose, stolen by Chalmers. And here we go. And it's sent back by George. Granger against Haslam. Some solid defense there from Haslam.
He has just disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all offensively.
And I'm sure he's ready to put this quarter behind him and quickly.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Hill kicks to Granger. Wide open look. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
And Miami can just let the clock run down here. Outside Bosch. Takes a three. That's the good.
You got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding it out here now. I mean, they gave the fans what they wanted.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.